The mood tonight is a lot more unified among the delegates here on the floor. All right, we're live with Mr. Don King himself.
I'm here in Media Row, which is right at the Q Center.
Ted Cruz said vote for your conscience and got extreme boos from the crowd.
Well, I don't know if Hillary did anything herself, but as you just heard Bernie Sanders come out to a raucous applause.
As President Obama talked about Hillary Clinton, there were cheers in this room for her, there were cheers in this room for him.
And of course, we were there this year. Hopefully we'll be there next year.
Joining me now is contributor to the Hill newspaper.
I am just so thrilled that they are joining me now, this viral sensation.
With that said, joining me now to...
After months of stump speeches,
I need your vote in February at the caucuses, and I don't care how cold it is that night. Please go vote for me.
state fair handshakes,
Thank you, you got our vote!
and yes, even personal helicopter rides.
Does anybody want to take a ride?
Iowa residents are set to decide during the first votes of the 2016 election season. With the Iowa caucuses less than 3 weeks away, One American News commissioned nonpartisan research firm Gravis Marketing to poll nearly 1,100 registered voters in the Hawkeye State. Two Republican candidates comprise over 60% of the poll, with Donald Trump maintaining his status as frontrunner.
Thank you. You know, we have thousands of people outside. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you.
Trump holds a 6-point lead over Texas Senator Ted Cruz, edging him out 34% to 28%. They are the only two candidates to get more than 10% support, as Ben Carson is third with 9% of the poll. It's a favorable landing spot for the retired neurosurgeon, whose campaign has seen massive shakeups in the past month. With a new-look campaign, Carson is attempting to regain ground and make up for lost time in the Hawkeye State. Rounding out the top 5 are Marco Rubio and Chris Christie, both of whom have 5% support in the poll. One name you're not seeing in that top 5 is Jeb Bush. Despite a 9-digit bankroll for his super PAC, Bush is a distant 7th in the survey with just 4% support. Back to the two leading candidates, Trump and Cruz. One America's poll went further and asked for respondents' opinions about current events, specifically whether Iowa Republicans agreed with Donald Trump's suggestion of a temporary moratorium on Muslim immigration.
We're going to have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. We can't live like this. It's going to get worse and worse. You're going to have more World Trade Centers. It's going to get worse and worse, folks.
Registered Republican voters in the Hawkeye State overwhelmingly identify with Trump's ideology, as 82% are in favor of a temporary moratorium. When asked which candidate preferred constitutional solutions to potential problems, Ted Cruz was viewed as the winner.
That same phrase, the right of the people, is found in the First Amendment, the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition their government for redress of grievances. It's also found in the Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures.
In this subcategory, the Texas senator received 36% of Republican support over Trump, who finished second with 21% in this subcategory question. On the Democratic side of things, Hillary Clinton holds a 21-point lead over rival Bernie Sanders, 57% to 36%. Martin O'Malley trails Clinton by a 50-point margin. While Clinton still has a large lead, it's not likely she'll see support from Republicans potentially considering a party switch. When asked, 95% of Republican respondents believe Clinton violated federal law due to her email scandal. With less than 3 weeks until the Iowa caucuses, it appears residents are ready to cast their votes as Trump and Cruz have a large lead over the rest of the GOP field, and Hillary Clinton still maintains her status as Democratic frontrunner. Cameron Kramer, One America News. Jackie Robinson famously broke baseball's color barrier in 1947. The moment certainly made a lasting impression on a young Willie O'Ree, who, when he was 14, met the star ball player. But 11 years after Robinson made history, O'Ree made it in his own right, becoming the NHL's first black hockey player on this day in 1958, overcoming significant odds.
Being blind and being black, and then I was faced with racism, prejudice, bigotry, and ignorance while I was playing.
You heard the first part of that right. After taking a puck to the face, O'Ree lost 95% of the vision in his right eye 2 years before he would make hockey history. Knowing that his career was on the line, O'Ree kept his partial blindness a secret, and no one was the wiser when he broke hockey's color barrier as a member of the Boston Bruins in 1958. That being said, the limited vision certainly impacted his on-ice performance.
He comes on my blind side, I can't see him. I go in around the net, and as I turn, he takes a stick and he butt ends me in the mouth and splits my nose, knocked my 2 front teeth out, split my lip here, and my teeth fall down on the ice.
O'Ree only played 2 games for Boston during the 1958 season, but returned in 1961 to play another 43 games. The 5-foot 10-inch forward was targeted by rival fans and players alike, but after one incident, alone in the locker room, O'Ree made a decision.
So I sat there for about 6 minutes, and then I turned the lights back on, and I said, no. I says, if I'm going to leave the league, I'm going to leave it because I don't have the skills and the ability to play anymore. I'm not going to leave it because somebody is trying to, run me out of the league. And I says, if I have to fight, I'm going to fight.
His NHL career ended in 1961 with 4 goals and 10 assists, but O'Ree would play in the minor leagues until he was 43 years old. During that span, he won 2 scoring titles in the Western Hockey League as a member of the WHL's Los Angeles Blades and San Diego Gulls. After his playing career ended, O'Ree stuck around Southern California, working at a San Diego hotel. In 1998, the NHL gave O'Ree a job title more befitting of his accomplishments, naming him the Director of Youth Development and Ambassador for NHL Diversity. To date, O'Ree has showcased the sport to more than 40,000 kids of all ethnic backgrounds. And there's no doubt that current NHL stars like PK Subban and Wayne Simmons owe a debt of gratitude to Willie O'Ree, who, despite being blind in one eye, broke the NHL's color barrier on this day in 1958. Cameron Kramer, One America News.
Hey!